There we go. We were muted. Wah wah. Oh,
We can
okay.
we can
Again,
read it.
yeah.
Read it.
All right, I think we should be good now. Yeah. So just recapping last time, you guys can watch the VOD. It's online. But we arrive back at. I'll fix it in post. You guys arrive at the house where Len Buckles had stayed during his time here in Heaston Hill, and that's where we pick up outside of the home. You stand out front.
Right. Well,
And I'm assuming we got a key from the owner of this place. What was his name again?
JD Nolly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can say so. That would make sense because I think he kind of said, you guys said you were gonna check the place out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, let's get inside. I'm not carrying these bags all night.
I sure hope it's bigger than it looks.
yeah, I'm starting to think they might not have been too accurate when it comes to the size, or just not understand how much space people take up.
Yeah, they must have a different definition of plenty up in these parts than they do down Texas way.
Well, sounds like he's pretty desperate to rent this out, considering people think it's haunted. I'm sure none are too eager to bite on his offer.
Right.
Hell, I'm not so sure I am if it's haunted either.
Yep. Just got to trick the dumb out of towners into doing it. Well, after you, gentlemen, let's go.
You stand outside of the house, a 2-story, smaller prefab, as I had mentioned earlier. There is a bay window on the main front of the house, and to the right of that is a porch. Stairs go up to a porch that leads into the home. And you're on the small side of it, and then it goes deeper in, so you could go around. Out front, there are some brown and some brown and fallow creeping vines and ivy running up the wooden trellis there as well.
I know that people had mentioned seeing weird shadows around here. Oh, and was that just here, or was that around town?
It was near the tree line and the hill, I think, if I recall.
I think so, yeah. And I think of where that came from.
I think Mally, I think she had said that Lynn had been complaining about, or thought he was seeing shadows, maybe, like just in general.
Didn't we see something strange, like from the electric lights once they kicked on?
You heard the noise, but JT basically said, "Hey, that's just the power."
Well,
okay.
I think
The
when
mountain
you
view, she
described
said.
I think, Todd, I think when you described the lights, I think you said like they they cast shadows on the ground, which makes sense from the lights.
And then also, yeah, Millie did say he was having all kinds of trouble at his house. Said the shadows weren't quite right. Figured it was just the stress of things. And then yeah, he came around later, said, "Hey, something's up," and
he also thought people were after him.
Yeah,
or something was after him.
He thought someone was messing with him or was after him.
Right.
Well, let's go inside and take a look around. I'm sure nothing will kill us.
All right, you guys going in the front door?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
To the porch. As you step up to the porch, the entry there is a rocking chair coated in dust, and there's an old cob pipe and some ashes lying on the windowsill beside it. There is a window on the side of the porch. So if you go up the porch on the left side, there's a window that looks into front room. And looks like there is a kind of glancing around, you see a bird's nest as well underneath one corner of the porch roof. With you check the door, it is locked, but your visit to JD earlier are able to open that up and head inside.
How dark is it on the inside?
It's
That
dark.
door
It's
creaks.
basically very dark. Yeah,
Cool.
not any existing lighting right now.
Wow.
It's because you guys have hit sundown for sure.
Yeah, and it's the electric lights in town. They're just on the street. There's no electricity in homes at this point in history.
Correct. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's definitely accurate.
Anyone got a
Alright,
lantern?
Gentlemen, I can do might better than that. And I pull my owl eye goggles down onto my face and look into peer around. That gives me no illumination penalties except for pitch darkness. So just how dark is it, Todd?
I don't know what are the degrees here of darkness. I would say there's probably some moonlight coming in. So especially if you go, depending on where you are in the house, it's not gonna be pitch all over the place. So
I guess if you have windows with moonlight and then plus the electrical street lights, I guess it would cast some dim.
I think. Let's see. Can I?
Hello,
this?
darkness, my old friend. Yeah, about 10 feet of visibility. it looks like.
How? So James is gonna, kind of shuffle his cards into one hand and seem to impossibly pull a little like candle holder out from like his pocket
okay.
and lights it up. And I'm gonna be using the trinket's power and boosting it to with complete, so it has all the candle and everything. Let's.
So there looks like there's three.
Oh, and I deleted it. I deleted the power out of my sheet.
There's
shit.
three.
I think it's a standard one though.
Illumination levels: dim, dark, and pitch darkness. So -2, -4, -6. So I would say that dark is, it says typical night conditions, some ambient light from stars, etc. Dim is twilight, light fog, night with a full moon. So I would say rooms with some good windows put you guys in dim light. But if you find yourselves in a room or something that doesn't really have a window, you're probably definitely pushing. I mean, really, you might be pushing pitch darkness, honestly. In some of those, if you're like a closet, of course. But
Okay.
yeah, probably see a full gamut.
Just looking at my inventory.
I can't find. I thought trinkets was a.
It's page 77 in the Deadlands book.
I know.
Okay.
I thought it was in the compendium though. I thought I had drag and dropped
If it's
it.
Deadlands, it won't be.
Oh, is it a Deadlands specific?
Yeah.
one?
If it's
Oh, okay.
Deadlands, so
Pinnacle's
one up
working on the
quick.
module, and
Yeah,
we
it's getting
support
there
you
soon,
in your
so-
endeavors. Pinnacle, if you're watching this, we're anxiously awaiting the module.
Let me pull up that. How many powers or how many points is the base of that
3.
spell? 3, and then 1 to empower it. So, or
what
one to
does that
boost
give you
for
again,
complete.
Max?
It lets me create an object 1 pound or less that I can like hold in my hand. So I wanted to create a little one of those little candle holders with a candle.
Okay. And
The,
then what's the light give off of? Just like a candle, I guess, probably.
Yeah, it basically just creates it for a temporary amount of time, and then after the duration, it just disappears. But
And you roll for it, and
it counts as a physical object, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a duration of 5. So in like regular combat, it'd be 5 rounds. I guess you could say.
Candle
Right.
is lasts 1 hour, 2-inch radius. I guess it
that's
would
a lot
get
less
rid
than I
of any penalties within that.
So the Reverend will look down at his bag and, all right, I think I have something for this. He'll pull out his cross, and then he'll pull out a box of matches and strike one. Hold it out in front of him. That's all I
Are
have.
you burning the cross, or are you
Just gonna light your
burning?
cross
No,
on fire, like,
no.
whoa.
I was gonna make a joke about him about to cast a spell, and then no, he just lights a match.
Okay.
Well, I guess the candle will help if we have to look at anything in detail, but so
Well, hopefully maybe there's some lamps
roll.
in, like some oil lamps inside.
Yeah,
the
are there
stand.
any wall lamps or anything like that? Oh,
Oh,
Oh yikes!
You guys
I
in
I
your
don't think
upper
that
right.
spell went off. Never mind.
I think you
I don't
read
That's
have a
so
candle.
loud. So,
he
I'll
reached
say
in
that,
his
yeah.
deck of cards.
I'll say that there is, lights here and there that you can
yeah.
go through.
So
And
I'll light one of the.
All right, where's the audio volume here? I gotta tweak that.
music note up top. Should be. I think you guys had.
No, I'm not seeing the volume.
Is there a music note up top or not for you guys? That
Yeah,
was the
there
one
is.
when we played.
And
Playlists.
then it's music underneath it, and it's like minimized and maximized, and then it gives you mansion.
Do you guys only see the mansion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So it's only showing you what's playing.
Oh man, it's just creepy enough that it's freaking me out, man.
It keeps changing.
Oh, the volume.
Yeah, like I move it, and then I don't know.
Oh, I was tweaking it. Yeah.
I don't know if you click it back.
All right. So you guys step in. As you step in to the from the porch into the house, you're met with a hallway that you're on the right side of the house. Basically, dead ends there with the wall of the hallway right in front of you, and then it turns left. And when you turn left, you see stairs at the end of this hallway that go up. And then there is a opening to the right of you that goes deeper in the house. And then a little bit left at the base of the stairs, there's another opening that would go into the front room that you that's the front of the house there with the bay window.
Well, suppose we might as well check out the. You said there was a stairwell as well.
Yes.
Let's check out the first floor before we move on anywhere else. And John just kind of start heading towards, I guess, the room that had the big bay window that we saw from outside.
Yeah.
And as we're, I guess we're walking through, because I feel like, did JD seem to indicate like the place was left in a mess, or?
Actually, I feel like maybe let's see. Yes, he said, I believe that you guys got this part of the information. Look, Buckles left the place a mess. It needs some cleaning. And then he went on, he said, swore someone else was messing with him. Heard noises at night, see figures moving in the darkness. So yeah, that was furthermore to what I'm saying. So, but he just he said like, he seemed like a pretty high-strung fellow though. So, and then JD also said, I've been over there a couple times now. I haven't seen nothing.
Yeah, I don't rather believe JD. Anything he says, there's all supposed to be plenty of room. So yeah, I guess I'll go into that main room there. I'm assuming since I got the bay window, there's hopefully a fair amount of moonlight or electric light coming in.
Because there's a couple windows. Well, there's the one off the porch, so that one would be covered a little. So you go down the hall. You come in from the front door, turn left, and you will go to the down the hallway into the front area, the parlor. You see in the parlor, pretty decent sized room, pretty spacious, but mostly in here just utilitarian furniture for use, not really beyond that. There is a card table with a few chairs around it. There's a small fireplace, the big bay windows that look out on the street that the moonlight is casting into now. Bookshelf in the corner, and then also you notice a piano in the other far corner of the room.
Okay. And I guess too, in this main room, if there happen to be any like oil lamps or anything sitting there, John would pull out one of his matches from his vest pocket and go over and light the lamps.
Yeah, say there's a couple like on the wall or so. And yeah.
All right.
As you step into the room, John, there is you. Give me a notice check.
As you step into the room, every RPG player's favorite phrase.
As soon as I said the piano, I was like, I'm gonna hear a little.
Terrifying.
Oh no! All right, yeah, you don't really pick up on anything. You somehow are.
You now have a migraine.
You're getting them. Get those bad rolls out of the way now.
Yeah.
Yeah, John will just go about lighting the lamps and waiting for the rest of the crew.
I'm going in with you. The Reverend's following behind.
Okay, if you want to give a check as well, just kind of looking around the room.
He's already dead, so he's not actually that scared.
Nice.
There we go.
All right, so.
God damn it.
With that, Norman's on.
Gonna shut that off.
Oh, is that on? That's on yours, I think.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Nah, it showed up for me too.
I saw it.
So as you come in, Reverend, I mean, the room the house itself is giving you the creeps, especially even for one in your condition. And it just you feel that there's you hear some noises and it sounds like light scratching, maybe from within the walls or the floor, just something like not a lot, just a little bit, but it's there and it catches your ear here and there,
man.
And just kind of gets at you. But also looking around the room, just kind of studying everything. Something else that kind of catches your eye is the piano it looks like a player piano, actually. It can be kind of wound up and played on its own.
All right. Okay. I'll look. Is there? So, depending on how this thing is laid out, because my wife's family has one of these things, and sometimes if the sheet music is like on the proper spot, you can see what song it is.
Okay.
Can I see what songs? Is there a song loaded into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it anything significant? What song is it?
Give me that there's a music trade skill, is there? Probably
not.
Give me a common knowledge roll, and I'll say it a -2.
Okay, I can do that.
Kind of pick out.
John
I mean, it was a song from the South. Perhaps I could identify it easier.
Yeah, it's gonna be a no.
Okay. Yeah, it's too tough to tell. I mean, you recognize what it is, and you recognize that that's enough that would be part of the music, but you can't pick up on.
You a piano player there, Reverend? You're not gonna start singing any gospel hymns, because you can count me out of that right now.
Never was my forte. No, it's a player piano. It plays itself. Trying to figure out what song. Do y'all hear that? Scratching.
I don't hear a damn thing.
In the walls.
I
I'll go over to
can't say I
one of the walls and like. There's no loose paneling in here or anything that we would be able to see. Oh God.
In the room.
Yeah, I'm feeling jumpy. Like I have that feeling like when I'm in a haunted house or something. I don't know if you've seen that video.
I would say with the original notice check, nothing really stands out. You have, like, when you come in the room, right to the right there's the wall there, and there is a bookshelf at the end. The card table is straightforward with a few chairs, and then you have the bay window out front of you there, and then to the right corner is where that piano is.
All right.
And then beyond, like the lights that have now been ignited, beyond that, it's not much else.
You say there was a fireplace too?
There was, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember where that was at. Not really on the map, but
I think JT's drawn to the piano. Obviously it's a mechanical thing, and he's very interested in why it activated when we came in. We clearly couldn't hear the music.
It's not playing now.
It's not playing.
Oh,
no, it's not playing. No, it's just a Reverend noticed that it was a player piano.
But it could be.
Perhaps we need some music.
Well,
No.
it certainly can't. It certainly couldn't make the place any worse. It's a little tight in here.
So since I misread that one, I think JT would probably focus on the scratching in the walls, and head over there with his goggles on and begin sort of examining the walls to see, is it coming from a particular area or
Give me a notice check yourself as well.
You got it.
Oh,
It's a 4.
So
There you go.
it's very intermittent. It's just kind of, it's almost like smoke detector battery thing. Like, it's one of those things where you don't know which one it's coming from in the house, but you heard it, and it's intermittent and it's frustrating, and that's what it is right now. It's you just kind
Good
of
news, gentlemen. It's either rats or aliens.
again with the aliens.
How JT? How the hell's that good news one way or the other?
Neither of those things are good.
Rats aren't terrible. Stayed in plenty of places with rats.
All right, and then the inverse, the counter argument there. What about the aliens?
Exploration, gentlemen. The truly fabulous and unknown.
You exploring them or them exploring you?
Oh, me exploring them, of course.
You got some weird notions of a good time there, JT. I'll give you that.
All right, so I think it's time to open up the weird science toolkit and get down to some weird science investigating of the wall.
Really quick, Todd, you said that there was an upstairs, right? This is 2 stories.
yes.
Are there stairs up anywhere?
Yeah, it was. So you guys came in and then turned left in that hallway. That's where the stairs went up. So like you went
Okay.
towards the stairs and turned left to go into the parlor.
Good.
There is another opening that goes to the right from that hallway before the stairs, and that goes deeper into the house.
Okay, I'll go check that out. See if I can still hear the scratching in the walls.
You going upstairs or you going just in the lower?
Staying on the first floor.
Okay.
For now.
Okay, so you step out of the parlor, basically go across the hall, a little bit of a kitty corner there, and you come into a plain room for the most part, other than a round wooden table, 4 chairs. There's a sideboard for, looks like it probably stored utensils and things. This looks like the dining room of the home.
Okay.
There is you notice a portrait on the wall, and on the north side wall. Now give me a notice check in here. Nice. So you look around, and you give me a common knowledge as well, real. Okay. So you just
Consistency.
yeah, you happen to recognize this painting as a painting of Jim Bridger. who is just a notable figure in the history here. But as you walk through the room, you get a little bit of a unnerving feeling that the eyes of Jim follow you as you wander through the room back and forth.
That's exactly what I was afraid of.
While
I'm gonna wear a
Reverend's
mask because I just have a horrible poker face. So like, even if it's not anything, I just can't help it. So
while Reverend's off doing that, kind of simultaneously, John was gonna go take a look at the bookcase and see what kind of books were on there, if any.
Okay.
You logging onto your Parlor account?
Right. There is supposedly a grandfather clock in there as well.
Okay. In the
in the
living room or
parlor.
in
No,
the-
in the
okay,
parlor. Yeah,
parlor,
where you
okay,
guys
yeah.
are at. So, right.
Is it working?
Yes. It ticks solemnly. Yeah,
Good.
it's pretty.
More
It could
ambient
use a
sound.
good crank to it for sure. Yeah, John, give me a
Literacy check? Or...
yeah, right. I think a notice check. So there is, just a few books here. Just some classic literature, drama books, things like that. Nothing that really catches your eye.
Okay.
Seems worthwhile. There's not a lot of books here in this shelf. There's a few other just kind of like knickknacks on here, kind of empty.
Okay.
A lot of dust.
Any sort of kitchen or anything like that back on the dining room side?
So as you're in the dining room, looking around, there's a window to the south side of the room, so the right side as you walked in. And then to the back, there's immediately to the left when you walked in, there is another doorway that goes into another room. And then to the back corner, there is a little doorway, but it's got a door on it that's closed. And then there is another open doorway that looks like it goes to a back room. And you can kind of see enough with some of the light. It's got a more of a tiled-like floor that you would assume is probably the kitchen.
Maybe I'm just picturing this place wrong. It's making sense, right? Like there's enough room on the inside, like looking at the outside, there's enough room for all this stuff. Todd.
Oh, you're asking me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, good.
This isn't
I don't know if that was just like an internal.
This isn't like a Doctor Who house. It's I think the square footage they gave you originally must be off. Because I feel like it has to be bigger than what you said if it has all
Yeah.
these additional rooms and a
gonna say-
second floor.
Really, really small. If it's just that square footage, like each one of these rooms is about this big.
22. Yeah, I don't know. 22 by 45. Yeah, I guess. I'll have to. I have a map, so I'll have to throw it in.
Oh,
Get some actual
I don't know if that
sizes.
was. I think that was before we knew it was a two-story though.
He says 22,
that's true. That's
22
true.
by 45,
Yeah.
I guess.
455. How many square feet is that? Let's see. Square footage
But-
calculator.
And then double it because it's 2 stories. Anyway. So there are 3 doors in here.
2 of them are open doorways, and then in the far corner next to the kitchen doorway, you assume kitchen, is a closed door.
I'll open that one.
Okay.
'cause
You
I
open
hate
it
myself.
up, and there is a. You open it up, and you just get blasted with like inside. There's just darkness. And the scratching noises, and you hear like pounding on the walls, and it's just a lot louder than anywhere else. But as your eyes come to look through with any light in the room that helps out, you see that it's just a closet.
Oh. So there's like a blast of sound and darkness, and then it's gone.
You open it up to darkness,
Okay.
and it seems that, yeah, there's not a blast of sound, but like the little bit of sounds you've been hearing, it seems like it's, you know, it's a jump sound almost at you as you open the door.
So you guys in the parlor just hear, "Oh Lord!"
You find something, Reverend?
Just a closet. There's nothing in here, or is there anything in here?
No. Let me check. Yeah, no.
Did
Nope.
you find any skeletons in that closet, Reverend?
None but my own. All right, I'm just gonna close that door, and then open it again really fast.
Nothing this time.
Okay, all right.
I guess we should check upstairs.
Are there any other? Have we done all the rooms?
There's still 2 open like doorways in the dining room area, like one to the kitchen and one to somewhere else.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out the kitchen because we need to know if there's gonna be coffee in the morning.
The Reverend like starts to nod and agree, and then he remembers that doesn't do anything for him anymore. All right.
So, and anybody else? What's anybody else doing? So, Revan, you're in the dining room. JT, you're heading to there, then towards the kitchen. John and James, I know you guys are still in the parlor.
I think I'll start to head upstairs.
Okay. You come out of the parlor and turn left. As you do that, John, as you are kind of finishing up looking at your bookshelf, you hear the piano keys
No.
jingle jangle a little bit.
Oh no.
What would be is John startled by this or plays it cool role?
That's spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
that's a
say
good call.
spirit, and then
I like it.
see, would I be opposing? I think.
I
Would it
call that
just-
a wisdom save in D&D, so it feels like spirit.
I don't know if I would be like against. Would it just be?
Yeah, probably just against like a fear sort of thing.
No, I like the spirit for now. I'll come back to that. But yeah, go ahead, give me a spirit check. All right, well, that's a success. So, yeah, it doesn't like frighten you or catch you super off guard. It's kind of really odd. Like, you know, maybe you thought somebody was still in here and they pushed down on the keys, but you know, you turn around and realize you're alone in the room, and yeah, that's very odd.
John thinks to himself, well, I don't like that one damn bit.
Yeah.
John will, he's going to go ahead and kind of just instinctively unholster his Colt revolver and have that at the ready as he walks out of the room to see everybody else's. And if he notices Uncle James walking up the stairs, he would kind of follow along with him.
Okay. As you head out of the room and then turn left to go up the stairs, you do hear a kind of heavy like thud from the room behind you.
The one I just left?
Yep.
Oh Lord.
So
Kind of
now
like-
John pulls back the hammer on his pistol and comes back in the room to see if anything fell over.
Give me a notice check.
Yeah. Jumpy people with firearms. The Old West was very safe.
All right, so you look around the room, and the one thing that kind of looks out of place as you kind of do a quick scan is that the cover over the keyboard, the piano, is now closed. Kind of putting
No
putting
more
it together.
entertainment tonight.
The you know, the sound was definitely that kind of slamming down.
Okay. John will back out of the room without turning around, so to keep his eyes on the guys. slowly back out with his gun drawn.
All right, so you head upstairs. Meanwhile, in the Reverend, are you following JT into the kitchen?
Well, I want to say that I was still in the dining room to see that little display. Walk out of the room with his gun out.
You, you'd be able to see him. Well,
far enough away that I don't need to hear anything. Just see him leave the room with his gun drawn, and then go back in, and then back slowly out with the gun pointed into the room.
Yeah, I would say the noise would probably catch your attention as well. And if you just look towards that way, the doorways are off shift a little bit.
Oh,
so
okay,
it would be an angle, and so you could maybe see a little bit of his back, kind of
just
a little
kind
bit.
of peek out.
Yeah.
Everything good, John?
Piano started making noise. I'm sure it's nothing.
I'm absolutely sure it's not nothing.
You said it was one of them player piano. They just play themselves, right?
Yeah, you have to start them though, and you have
Maybe
to.
It's one of them rats JT was talking about.
Or
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Either way though, I ain't taking any chances. And John kind of makes his gun visible.
I see that. Try not to shoot holes in the wall. We may still have to rent this place. I'll follow.
So far, I ain't thinking I want to stay.
Yeah, neither am I. I'll follow JT to the kitchen.
All right, as you head into the kitchen, typical outfit in here. There's an exterior door right in the center of that. That looks out. There's 2 windows on either side of the room as well, letting in some light. You see, not even needing a check to do so, you see numerous bottles lay scattered like dead soldiers all over the kitchen counters. As a little bit kind of closer look at those, you can see they're all whiskey bottles all over the place.
Do we know this guy's a drinker?
I wouldn't say that so.
Okay.
One way or the other, yeah.
Okay.
It appears Mr. Buckles had a appetite for
Either
Tennessee's especial.
Either that or he's so scared he tried to drink himself into a stupor.
True enough.
You find any coffee?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna move to the cabinet, Stod, and kind of open everything up. Take a look around.
Yeah, give me a notice check. Okay.
I'm gonna spend a penny.
Okay.
I'm gonna reroll. No, that did not improve things.
Did not help. No.
Oh no.
Did you use that off your card there in the chat? And did it work?
Yes, I did.
Cool. Awesome. And I saw that it popped out. So nice.
I'll look through the cabinets as well.
Okay.
Wow. Nothing in the cabinets.
It's not.
Yeah.
Not that you don't find things in cabinets. You look around the room, and there is a couple cans of food that of dust. A lot of things are kind of covered in dust here. A few things. You do find a tin of coffee that it's been open, so the freshness it could be questionable and whatnot. Something else in the room, the scratching noises and kind of thuds that you've been hearing they're actually pretty intense here in the room as you guys kind of walk around and investigate and whatnot. There's also
under the floorboards, or is it more still in the walls?
It's kind of a combination of everything. I will say, I'll let you have one more notice roll as you try to kind of narrow in on the sound.
Yeah, I think knowing that we are not doing so well on these notice checks, I'm gonna grab my bottle of Doc Maynard's miraculous elixir, and I'm gonna drink that to try to boost my notice before I roll again.
Okay.
So
I got a 5.
That goes off.
That does.
That goes off. So that'll step up my notice to a D6. 6. Oh, why didn't it? I tapped
Roll.
wild.
Weird.
And I think we tried looking at this last time. There's not an easy way to update your
Oh no.
not
You know
an easy way to update your notice thing, right?
Yeah,
I
not
queued-
without just
It's
changing
not
it.
temporary.
Yeah,
Right, that's right. But
I queued the D6 up before I hit wild.
that's right. Yeah, you have to make sure you.
Okay, yeah. Wild first.
So, unfortunately for JT, it just does not. You just can't really focus on it. But luckily, the Reverend is. I mean, he's been hearing these noises to begin with, and he's really trying to pay attention to them. And it does seem that they're most intense at the floor of the kitchen. And as it draws your attention, you actually do notice that there is looks like a hinged panel, trap door of sorts in the floor of the kitchen.
I was afraid you'd say that.
And it's not something that's out of the ordinary for a kitchen to maybe have this, but
Yeah.
So it's
Some
like
sort
a
of-
like a cellar where you
Mhm.
keep
Yeah.
like fruits and vegetables and stuff. Pre-refrigeration days.
yes.
You know what I thought to myself as we walked in here? I really hope there's not a cellar. Turns out. All right.
Does the cellar seem locked or anything, or is it just simply a pull ring that you pull up?
Yes, it looks just like a.
Reverend, if you can cover me, I will open it up.
Yep, he'll draw. Get to where he
Oh.
can.
I'll peel it back.
It pulls up with a eerie creak of rusty hinges and whatnot. Let it down on the other side. It comes down with a thud and a little small plume of dust that's settled here. And you look down, and it's just a really dark hole. You can see the top of the stairs, and then they go into the darkness. Immediately, though, you are hit with the smell of rotten fish, animal musk, pine sap, that just emanates out from the hole in the ground of the floor.
Would the that thud sound from that door, I guess, been loud enough that the John and James, as they were heading upstairs, would have heard that, or?
Well, we've been rooting through the kitchen, so you might
Yeah,
already
you guys
be
are
upstairs.
You guys are probably
Oh, yeah,
running around, but still,
okay.
give me a notice check. John.
I'm gonna call out to you guys before we go down there.
Okay.
Don't you worry. Oh man. I don't know. Ooh, woof.
Did it? Oh mine.
No.
There it is.
Hey.
Wow, we are extraordinary. We're
Just
getting all those ones
fantastic.
out of the way tonight.
Yep.
You guys must be a little bit so we'll come over to you guys. So as you go up the stairs, they go up and then turn to the right, lead to the back of the house, towards the back of the house, into a hallway. Immediately in the hallway, there is a doorway a little bit down on your left, and you see another doorway next to that, so like two doorways, and then it turns around the corner, so kind of going around where the stairs would have came up around, and see a couple, like another doorway there, if you go that far around. And that hallway ends, so top of the stairs, you turn left off the stairs, right off the stairs, and then right again, and at the end of that is another door that goes towards the front of the house. So a room likely above the parlor, and then back of the house.
Okay.
Oh, good. He has a map.
So, well,
Yeah, I guess we'll just start with the ones closest and work our way around.
sounds good enough to me.
Okay, it's on Discord via phone, taking picture of a screen. That will that'll help you guys out. I think.
Okay.
I just don't have Discord up on my computer.
Oh, is that just in the player's guide, or is that not?
No, this is
Oh, okay.
the module. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, what a nice flower garden out front. That's so nice.
Yeah.
So we just came up the stairs. So we've got chamber 1 to our left. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But yeah, I mean, the doors
will,
would be, the doors might be closed or whatever, And then of course it's in that hallway. It's pretty dark for you guys upstairs because the only windows are in the rooms. So up in that hallway, as you go up, it's pretty dark. But if Max, you do have James, sorry, you have the candle, right?
No, my spell roll failed.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that, but all right. So you don't.
Do none of us have a lantern or anything like that?
Back on the wagon, I think, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't. I didn't think to grab that.
The last time JT busted out a lantern, he almost got killed by a bear. So.
It's true.
Are there any lanterns up here that we could?
There's the wall lamps. So if you got something to ignite them, you can try and.
I think I do have matches.
Yeah, John's got a box of matches.
We missed the study downstairs. Didn't go in there. I'm sure there's some interesting stuff in there.
I do not have matches. I thought I had got some.
Yeah, so I guess John will go ahead and light a match and go light the oil lamps on the wall there.
Okay. Yeah, you get a couple of them. Some of them have dried up, but there's at least a couple that you're able to get ignited and get enough light in here to help you guys look around. You still stand in the hallway. Any specific room you want to go after first?
I think James, you had to start with the first one, so I guess that would be chamber 1.
Okay. So yeah, as you head to this room, the door, it's not latched, just creaked open. As you push inside, the moonlight illuminates the room a little bit from the windows here. And immediately, you're greeted by a bunch of various animal heads and stuffed birds on the walls.
Oh,
every
fantastic.
time, it just Zach's reactions is fantastic. Deer, elk, wild hog, badgers hang on the walls, their fangs exposed and glassy-eyed. Alongside with songbirds in different hues and colors, displayed as if in flight. At the room's center is a stuffed bald eagle sitting on a table. It smells pretty musty in here, and other than that, too much else going on. You get
Zach.
You guys do get a few there's definitely a little bit of a eerie feeling in the longer you linger. Just the noises that some of you heard, scratching walls or whatever, taps in the walls and the floors. You get a little bit of that in here, but it's in the form of like rustled feathers and whatnot, as if the animals, something's kind of happening, twitching and snapping and whatnot from the animal.
Do any of these creatures look like they're not like natural creatures?
Nope, they all look normal.
As normal as they can be for being
as normal as
creepy,
taxidermied
creepy
animals can look.
They're not like those mix-ups on that redhead house.
Yeah, it's not like a alligator with like a badger's body.
Yeah.
No wonder this guy can't rent this place out. It's terrible.
Was our good old friend Len Buckles a fan of taxidermy, or is this just something that may have been in the house?
He wasn't there that long. I don't think he could have hunted all of this.
Yeah. Well,
if we're renting this is going to have to clear it out.
Yeah. So far, I'm voting for the hotel in town instead of this place.
I don't know. JT seems pretty set on us staying here. He's already ordered breakfast.
Well, JT's more than welcome to stay here as long as he wants.
So
Well,
as
I guess
you guys have kind of looked over your room, whatnot, and I would say your timelines, are about to line up. So that's when there would be that thud that you guys don't really hear, probably because you guys are very distracted with what's going on upstairs. But at this time, Reverend, if you were going to call out,
All right. Hey, Coopers, we got a cellar. There's something down there.
There's a whole lot of something down here.
all right. Well, we'll
And-
I guess we'll come back up in a second. Might as well go join them.
Yeah, I've seen enough of this room. That's for damn sure. We can check out the rest of it later.
Yeah, I think I'm pulling up the scarf, the ascot on his face, the smell of all that fish and everything. And then, who goes first, Reverend? God or man?
Well, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. I can go down. You find anything upstairs, John and James?
Just a bunch of stuffed animals.
Not
Well,
the
that's-
not the cuddly kind for kids. The
That's endearing.
mounted elk and deer and stuffed eagle kind.
Regular gentry lord folk decorated the upstairs, I see.
Well, it's just all in one room. They weren't exactly decorations. I think it's more of a collection, really.
This place gets more concerning all the time. All right. Anyone? Is there a lantern or something that we can take off the wall and take down there?
yeah, there is some on the wall that you could try.
Okay. I'm not going down there without a light source.
Yeah. Let's.
Well, I can whip up. Actually, I can whip up something real quick.
Okay.
There's a pretty good chance they're probably just like oil lamps on like a pedestal sticking out of the wall or something.
Yeah. Most
Do we
like
do we see it? Yeah.
something else that beyond that to grab, but no, that probably works.
So
Alright,
yeah.
You got something?
Well, so I mean, I can either jury rig a spell together with the light source effect on it, or
I
the
think
glow.
just save your points. I don't. We can use
Okay.
lanterns. Hopefully, there's not a bunch of methane gas down there. That would be unfortunate. I'll light one with my matches, and it's stairs, right? I don't have to get on a ladder and go down backwards.
Yes, it is stairs. It does go,
Good.
it does go
All right,
down. Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Holding the lantern out, and his frontier pistol. He'll head down into the darkness.
All right. Just
Don't
So
worry,
I'm kind of
Reverend.
watching the Coopers. Does John still have his gun out? Like,
Oh yeah, he hasn't put that away yet. He's keeping it. John's
Alright.
got the revolver at the ready.
Reverend, you head down into the darkness.
Y'all better be right fucking behind me.
with the lantern as you step down, and as you go down, just the musty smells intensify and whatnot, if you even can still smell. And you get down and you find just a few shelves and whatnot where these items were laid. You see some the food and whatnot that was stored, a few things beyond food. hardware type items and whatnot as there. Give me a notice check as you are down here as well.
And what's the noise situation like? Oh, that is several raises.
Very nice.
And by several, I mean 2. Because I can do math.
So as you come down here, just this ominous feeling, the noises and things are pretty intense in here. Not necessarily louder as the noises, but there's definitely a feeling that just kind of washes over you as you get down here. But as you do try to focus and look around, there is a pile of dirt in the floor that just sticks out to you immensely in the rest of the room. It just it's disturbed and looks like it's there's definitely something there.
How big is it?
Yeah, I mean it's a good size hole.
Is there a hole, or is it just
no?
A pile of
Sorry,
dirt?
not a hole, but the pile of dirt. It's still a good size. It's not body size.
Okay, that was my initial thought. I was like, well, I found Len Buckles.
Well, can always be chopped up.
That's not helpful. So it's like disturbed earth. Okay, I'll call up and say there's a pretty regular cellar.
Well,
But,
I'm pretty. Yeah, I'm going to head down pretty close.
Okay.
After
Yeah.
the Reverend, I'll draw my saber and head down with my cane in front of me and my saber sort of following him.
I'll point out the pile of earth. What do you suppose is under that?
I'm sticking with my original analysis: rats or aliens.
And by the way, have we seen a rat this entire time?
No. No.
Excellent.
I don't know. May have seen one in that room.
A taxidermied rat.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a trophy. There's no shovel or anything around here?
I would say with there is. Yeah, with that notice roll, you see one kind of tucked in the corner.
I'll poke around in the dirt a little bit. I'll set the lantern on a shelf somewhere so it gives off enough light. How big is this? How big is the cellar, by the way?
It's comfortable enough for you two to be kind of in there. You know,
Okay.
it's you might have to, it's not a super high ceiling, obviously, but it's enough to kind of go down there and.
There are no like shelves with backs or anything like that would hide a secret passage.
No, not with your check.
Okay.
Looking around, yeah, you don't really.
Okay.
They're just kind of.
Alright.
You can see they're pretty simple shelves, and you can see behind them they're open back.
Okay.
And you just see like the dirt or whatever, the earth behind it. So
Okay. I'll
that.
I'll poke around in that pile of dirt, see if anything is unearthed while I dig around in there.
you go and you start digging, and you scoop in, pull out a little shovel worth, go another one, and as you do, just this intense vision rises up from the dirt, and it's
boy.
Reverend, you see the apparition of the last body that you attempted to exorcise, and it just lets out this wail, this cry, that throwing his hands back, looking at you with this face of just like, why couldn't you save me, kind of a thing. Just letting out this horrible sound.
Do the Coopers up the stairs hear that sound?
You guys would, yeah.
So JT,
you definitely see this as well.
he drops the shovel, falls back onto his butt, kind of scoots away, grabs at the cross that's around his neck, and like, what does it do? Is it still standing there? Or is it gone?
It kind of holds for a little bit, and then it does kind of fade away.
The hell's going on down there?
I might have to rethink my alien theory.
You boys all right? You still with us down there?
I mean, I'm still here, and the Reverend's still, the Reverend.
You saw that, right?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Oh.
It was real. Is that a friend of yours, or just a random spirit?
Someone I tried to save not too long ago.
Kidding.
Spirit? What the who the hell's down there with you?
Reverend, give me a spirit roll.
Oh, good.
Oh, great.
You gotta be good at that, right?
I mean, yeah, it's a D12,
Okay.
but of course I
Success.
only rolled a 4.
So, Reverend and JT, give me smarts rolls. And with I think these are going to have -2.
Okay.
Air fun.
Hey, that'll do it though. If it is a -2, I got a 6. If it's not,
Okay,
up to me.
it is a -2.
Okay, so I got a 6.
So
No,
mine's
you'd have a
3.
4, right?
So what?
Oh, did you put the -2 on there already?
Yeah, I
Okay.
added the
right,
-2
cool.
on. Yeah.
So the initial shock of this vision apparition, whatever, throws you back and whatnot, and JT asks about it, but then you stop and you think about it, and you realize that this has to be simply an illusion.
Yeah, that. I tried to save her, but she wasn't. Not in Wyoming. That was a ways away. Out in Colorado territory.
Did I see a female, Todd?
Yes.
Okay. That's mighty interesting. I suggest we keep digging.
I don't think that was real. Yeah. And he'll pick up the shovel, little shakily at this point, and go back to digging.
Okay.
There's not really room for more people down there, is there?
Not really. It's them two are kind of tight together.
You want me to pass up some fish, Koopas?
Based on the smell, I think y'all can keep it down there. I'm fine.
Yeah, and to see, based on the smell, John thinks, "Hey, this is probably a good time for one of his cigars." And he's gonna pull one of his cigars out of his vest pocket there and go ahead and light it. Have a little smoke while he's waiting at the top of the stairs with his gun ready. If anybody besides Reverend or JT comes up, he's opening fire.
All right, so you continue to dig in this hole, and you get a couple more scoops in, and out as you get your third scoop and go in, there is just this kind of as this shadow bolts up from the hole, and it kind of has it almost looks like it has these glowing eyes and just lashes out at you, Reverend, as you're digging at the hole. Just gonna manually roll this here.
You got them boots pulled on tight there, Uncle James, in case we got to make a run for it.
Oh. It's not a tall staircase. We can hear you.
I mean, Reverend and JT seem nice enough fellas, but
that should have exploded. So let me.
What happened? Oh shit!
What's your parry?
My parry is 4.
Okay, so that's gonna hit no matter what.
Certainly.
So,
Yeah.
okay. So this shadowy figure comes up and just lets out this nasty little hiss, and it slashes out at you, and you're caught off guard and aren't able to get out of the way. And 8 and 5. That's a 4. That's definitely over your thing, so that's a raise.
Yep.
I think extras get raised damage. Anybody? Sound right?
No, they don't get wild. Do they get?
They don't get wild, but I think they would still get raised damage. All right, so this should be correct.
What's the default parry rating? I just realized my character doesn't have one.
Oh shit. Yeah, that beats my toughness by 6.
Ooh, okay. So
I think isn't it related to your agility?
No, it's related to your fighting.
Oh.
yeah, it's like half your fighting.
Half your
Or
fighting
something
die
like-
plus 2. Yeah.
Okay, so my parry's 6. Okay.
Okay. All right. So that is you're shaken, Reverend, and you said it was 6. It was at least 4 over. So
Yeah.
So then you would take 1 wound as well, I believe. Pretty
Okay.
certain. And then JT, you see this happen. This shadowy figure come up, slash at Reverend, and then just kind of let out another hiss, and then just disappear and fade into the darkness.
Yeah, obviously it's too quick for me to make any sort of an attack about it. So I think Reverend, head up, and I'm just gonna kind of hold my saber out. I mean, I'm at the ready on this. Head up. I'll cover you and follow you up.
All right. Kind of.
Any sort of a fear-related issue there? I haven't rolled anything for that. I'm not sure if I'm really perturbed by any of this.
Actually,
I really want to know what's in this pile
Yes,
of disturbed
sorry.
earth.
so both of you guys, give me a fear check. So I think that's a spirit roll. Now it says -2. Do you make that at -2 as well? I think,
would
or you
assume
just make
so.
the spirit roll.
I'm gonna make the spirit roll.
The Reverend is very likely good. AT.
Not good.
Oh.
I put the modifier in there, so
Okay.
this time.
You'll make a fear check when you got a creature with your ability. So you don't. You'd have a 4. So you'd have a success, JT. Because I think the modifier only is if you fail it, then you use that modifier on the fear table. I'm pretty certain.
Okay.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah. So you guys both succeed on your fear checks, so you're able to kind of resist that.
We want to find out what's in this thing. There's obviously something in it. That something doesn't want us to see.
Give me notice checks, both of you guys.
Yeah, please. Ah, keep.
There we go.
I don't know why that was a 0.
You have the.
I didn't
You got
have.
a- you got a
you have
wound,
one- you
'cause
have
you're a
one
wound.
-1 for wound.
Oh, I ignore that. I ignore 1 level of wounds.
Oh, do you? Okay. So
Give
So
Okay.
it's a 5.
we'll just have to
make sure-
manually.
yeah, I guess make sure to put a +1 on your rolls.
Yeah.
Modifier
do
to
that.
negate it.
There's probably a way to, yeah,
Yeah, it's
modify
just
that,
it's
so.
just the fact that Harrowed isn't in
right.
Savage
Okay,
Worlds.
cool. So we'll remember that. But either way, you go with your. Oh yeah, I guess you would go with the 5. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
a success. You notice that JT is at 5 year notice.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. The noises and whatnot subsided a little bit. Like after this creature has come up, it does seem there's a little bit of a lull.
Huh.
Yeah. Your call, Reverend. Keep digging, and I'll try to stab it next time.
Yeah. Man, I wish that the holy symbol lasted longer, because that would be very helpful.
Well, if it's a standard power, you can spend a power point to get it to extend it. It's full duration again, which is what I did with my.
Yeah. Well, what like how long? What is if duration 5 in combat? What does that mean out of combat?
A minute.
Yeah.
How
Probably
long?
about.
do
I don't
rounds-
remember what round is. It's probably pretty close to 5e. So.
So that'd be 5 times 6 seconds, so 30 seconds. Shit.
Why don't you just cast it again?
Yeah. How long has it taken me to get this far in the digging?
You've gotten down. You're a good. I think like good six good scoops. I think you're at this point.
Okay.
And
Oh, so it hasn't been that long.
Right. No. You know, a couple
Okay.
scoops, and I think like I forget when you went to the second one. Like the first one, the second scoop was your illusion, and then you went a few more, and then
Okay.
then you hit with the shadow figure thing came up and splashed it.
Would a medium blast template get me and JT?
I would think for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend 3 to cast it, and then 2 more to make it an area.
Okay.
But I gotta roll spirit or faith.
Well, if y'all are gonna keep digging, I'll try to help you out too, and I'll do protection.
That's an 8. Yeah, I didn't add +1, but that goes off, and that's actually a raise, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. Yes. Roll.
Yeah.
James, what did that do?
It brought it up, and then I'm trying to.
So yeah. So here's holy symbol.
Manual PowerPoints is usually how I do it, but I've also just been taking them off the character sheet too.
Oh, I think it changed right there. It's 18 for Reverend. I see.
Yeah.
I was
James, you're at
trying to do
11.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll just manual it.
What is
And,
Oh, never mind. I can click on it. Protection creates a field of energy.
yeah. So
Nice.
yeah, and since I got a raise, the creature's spirit rolls. Oh, I didn't spend that extra 1 + 1 2. That extra.
Maybe-
So that last
just-
bullet point. Can I just do that now? Add another.
What do you mean?
So I assume that last bullet point means I need to spend an extra power point.
To add one of those modifiers, either one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I add both of them? Can I spend it
Yeah.
now?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So spirit rolls by the creature made
Or -4.
by the creature to attack us are -4.
Okay.
And you guys will both have +4 armor.
Yeah, from the protection.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah,
then I'll
nice.
once that so he'll grab his cross, say a little prayer, and keep digging.
Okay. Right. You continue to dig, throwing over scoop, dirt, another scoop of dirt, another scoop of dirt. The sounds come back a little bit as you get deeper in the hole. Scoop, scoop, clink. You hit something solid within the dirt.
Something down here. I'll
No kidding.
see if I can't get it out of the hole.
So you kind of, what are you doing? You going down with your hand to
I'll,
kind of
like-
yeah.
No, I'll take the shovel and I'll kind of try to pry it up. I mean, I don't know how deep the hole is at this point.
I would say, I don't know, a good 2-3 feet. If
Okay.
maybe
So,
not
yeah.
that. That's because
Well,
that's pretty
I'll
big.
use
But
I'll use the shovel to kind of pry one end up and then see if I can't reach it and pull it out. if it's got like a handle on the side. I assume it's some sort of chest.
So as you put your hand down there and you kind of like,
I was afraid of that.
push away the dirt and whatnot. Like if you're using the shovel first, even just kind of like trying to brush away the dirt, whatever's down there it's rough surface. You are quickly enough able to find out that this is not like a manufactured like chest or something like that. It's an odd shape and it's got a little bit of a rough texture.
Body.
Wait, is it soft like a body, or is it?
No, it's hard.
It's hard,
It's
like
hard.
a stone,
rock.
maybe,
Like a stone rock.
like
Yep.
a ghost rock,
Maybe.
potentially. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can't is whatever it is small enough to fit on the shovel, or would I have to pull it out with my hands?
Nope. It's pretty good size.
Okay. I'll
You dig around and you kind of get the shovel. You find the edges of this object, and it's a pretty good size.
Oh, it's like okay.
It's a good something
Like a
good,
basket?
good size.
Bigger than a
66
basketball?
pounds.
And you go and pry the shovel, and you do find a spot and pry it up, and the dirt does fall away around it, and it is this large rock, small boulder object.
I'll just look back at JT. You know what this thing is?
JT, I think you would immediately recognize it as a massive chunk of ghost rock.
Well, Reverend, I think we might be looking at the Headstone Nugget, perhaps.
Oh.
I would recommend not continuing to strike it with your shovel. That might be disastrous.
Just like gingerly pulls the shovel back. Good to know.
All right, so at that point, I'm actually going to put the cane and the saber down, get on my knees, and start trying to get the full edges of it and move it with my hands.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy, but it's a 66.6 pounds. So, you could probably lift it up. You got the Reverend there, probably help you out. But yeah, there's just a little bit of a eeriness around it. It just seems that this size of a rock definitely just emanates something. JT, you're very familiar with the properties of a ghost rock and what it can do to power devices and different things like that. And that, this massive rock of this size, and you guys have probably heard a little bit enough about this. There's something a little extra about this one.
Oh man.
So it should be within reason that the Reverend and I can carry it up the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll carry it up. Oh. Shit. Great.
You can't leave this down here.
How's the noise level now that we're touching it?
It's when you guys pick it up and start moving it and get it up out of the cellar, it seems that they subside.
All right. So we'll take it to the top of the stairs, pull it up into the kitchen, and looks like we found the source of our problems.
Well, if that ain't the biggest hunk I've ever seen.
Yeah, I wager it weighs about 66.6 pounds.
You do notice though, like it does come up and it just seems like the air has cooled a little bit as you bring it up. The coolness has kind of come with the rock. The cellar obviously was naturally cool because it was below the earth, but yeah.
So.
Yes. So.
The Headstone Nugget went missing. How long ago?
In April, right? If I remember correctly.
Oh.
Yeah, discovered in January and missing in April, I think.
Yes.
Oh, Agent Reeg, what are you up to?
And wasn't that was April was about the time of when he disappeared, right?
I think that I think you guys know that it was the end of the month. Because I think Millie had said like, yeah, we were gonna go run off, I think like end of the month or something, and then he didn't show up.
It's what day now?
Yeah, she said that was April 30th. I haven't seen him since.
And it's
that's when he said they got a
mid-May.
Mid-May.
Still in April.
Yep, mid-May for you guys.
So he's been missing for like 2 weeks.
Well, and he's been living in a house above this thing for knows how long. How long was he in town? Was he the one that took it?
Might have been. Maybe that's why I thought people were after him.
Well,
maybe they were after him because he took it.
Seems kind of odd for somebody part of the agency to go around stealing ghost rock from folks' houses.
Do we know
he'd have known? Yeah, he was.
I think he was investigating the disappearances, right?
Yeah, he was investigating the.
Because there's been some other disappearances.
Right.
So, Todd, is it also? I can clearly connect the dots that the presence of a ghost near Ghost Rock is clearly not unheard of.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily call what you saw. Well, the illusion, the first thing, the illusion. I guess is that what you're referring to as a ghost, or both things?
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing. I would say that. What's your smarts die?
8.
8. That you would put the things together. That so at first you were skeptical, but then Reverend did say no. I think that was just an illusion, and now you oh, we lost my once it puts you put things together, and yeah, that would definitely be in the realm of possibility. Something this magnitude.
Something I just realized rereading the letter we got from Miss O'Malley. They have a contact living in Easton Hill. There's already someone else from the agency living here, but they have no idea what his name is.
Twilight Legion or Explorer Society? Twilight Legion.
Twilight Legion.
No, the agency.
Or yeah, from the agency. Yeah. Sorry.
So,
it's Twilight, because Lacey says use the hand signal or whatever and the code word.
Well, I guess I'm thinking that a member of the agency could be a part of the Twilight Legion. I don't know the ins and outs of the bureaucratic, I guess, hierarchy.
Yeah, so we're looking for a member of the agency, but the Twilight Legion has someone living in Easton Hill.
Yeah,
already.
separate things, 2 separate things. Yep.
I kind of forgot that part when we were walking around.
Well, I mean, we tried playing around with Millie. I mean, we weren't sure.
That's true. She didn't seem to know. Maybe that grumpy Marshall might.
Does Lacey say say who it is? Like
no.
Like gender doesn't say like man or woman.
Last.
I don't think it did, right?
I'm informed by the agency that due to the vagaries of classified files and total secrecy, the contact's name was lost to official channels with Reed's disappearance. But they hold membership in our humble association. Yeah, they use they, so that no idea.
Okay. Yeah. And you didn't get any reaction from.
Yeah.
You could be confident to strike that one off.
Okay. So we've got what might be the most sought after rock in this county. And a disappeared man who thought he was being messed with.
Based on what we've seen in this house, I'd say that's a fair assessment.
Yeah. Am I the only one in this fair company that thinks we might be better off putting this back in the ground in the cellar for right now?
I think that might be a good idea. I'm of a mind to return it, but if Agent Reed took it, he had a reason for doing so.
And it
So
was
I'd-
potentially a lawful and legal seizure then.
Potentially. And I don't necessarily want to give it back to them that was going to use it for whatever reason. That's why he took it. So
Give me guess I'll say smarts. JT
Excellent.
and Reverend.
I'll reroll for the Benny.
Oh,
Well, that'll do.
reroll. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
The Reverend's giving me a run for my money.
So, both of you, JT, you have the suggestion, but then you kind of realize, and Reverend you as well, that there was a significant shift in the kind of eerie, ominous presence about the house when you did bring it out of the ground.
Yeah.
Brought it up to the stairs, and things actually seemed to like quiet down. The noises went away. Just kind of that overall sense seemed to subside significantly enough.
Having it buried in the ground might not be the best idea. Might
Well,
want to hold on to it in a different fashion.
yes, I mean, hell, Easton had it on his mantle, didn't he, for weeks?
I don't know. Is that something where all I can find in our player's guide is that it was stolen. It went missing. That's all I've got here.
I don't think
Did
I've
we-
mentioned that, and I would
No,
assume
the
that
mantle
John, you've
thing was.
yeah,
was
that's got to be
referenced.
somewhere that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when it came out because I remember it's like, well, that's a big mantle to hold a
Yeah,
66
right.
pound
Oh,
rock.
and knowledge pays to know things.
JT, I mean, you're more of a expert on this
Stay alert
these
and
rocks than
armed.
I am, but I wonder, is it all possible that there is something buried down there, and the presence of this rock is amplifying that that dark presence?
Keep digging. Potentially. That might not be a bad decision.
What do we?
Man.
Tensions are also rising between the miners' union run by General Store. General Store owner Frank Debony probably, and Jerem Heaston, owner of Heaston Mining. Local journalist Isadora Newstatter said that these two factions are bound to butt heads, firing them out
Yeah,
in blood in the streets.
Todd, one of the rumors that we got is that it was stolen from the manor.
There
from
you go.
his-
That's what it was,
from
I
his-
think. Yeah,
from
one of
his
the
fire
rumors.
deal.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, there it is.
When you guys were going around talking to people
Yeah.
in town. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone removed it from a lock cage without disturbing the bars or the lock. Independent miners swear the thieves must be Heaston's sons, while Heaston's people suggest some poor miner swiped the nugget for his or her own enrichment. Others speculate the Sage Dragon gang may be to blame since they specialize in cracking safes and robbing bank vaults. Probably none of that is true.
It was probably at his manor the entire time.
Or Lynn took it, or Agent Reed, as it were.
Something's up with this Heaston guy. I'm sure.
I don't know why it is, but the man who renames the town after himself just seems like the kind of person I don't really want to talk to or help.
Well, I have a feeling he's a hard man to talk to. Not just, probably is hard to get a hold of.
Well, while we figure out what his intentions are and if he's involved in disappearance of what's his real name? Can't remember. Reeg.
Reeg.
J.A. Reeg.
What the hell you want to do with this rock? I suppose holding on to it and carrying it like a Sunday picnic basket ain't the best idea.
Not unless you want to move real slowly.
Well, if we do plan on renting this house, maybe we find another place to hide it that isn't so prone to it getting, what's the word for it?
Haunted.
Agitated? Yeah.
That too. There's something about, I have a feeling there's something about having it buried as a cornerstone in the foundation. Something about that is causing this place to not be a pleasant place to live.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that, when people are mining ghost rock, sometimes they get the dust and residue on themselves, and they've been known to spontaneously combust.
All right. Immediately, pours his canteen on his hands and starts getting the dust off himself. That's wonderful to know. Great.
Well,
aren't you also
haven't
still
been
holding
breaking it
holding a ignited?
I put that down. I'm not gonna.
On the flip side, we can, just take a little bit off the top, and we can light all these lamps, and we'll never have to worry about turning them back on.
Yeah, because that won't make people come calling. I'm sure if we have visitors.
I mean, I have a pound of ghost rock in the wagon. It's not like it's not in my possession.
True. I don't really want to be the ones to turn the ghost rock back over when it weighs 66.5 pounds.
Well, how about we try to wrap this rock up and stick it somewhere secure in the house, like in one of these closets, and continue
Maybe
to look
off-
around and maybe
do you remember those stuffed critters upstairs?
I
Do you think there's
sure the
a
hell can't forget them.
one big enough we can hide this in?
Oh no, we're not putting a ghost rock in something that used to be alive.
Let's do it.
No.
So I looked up, I googled 66-pound rock, and I'm just not sure I'm getting I guess a bag of concrete, 60-pound bag of concrete maybe.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to envision the size of it. So I would say
66 pound gold nugget. You should be able to find something like that. 'Cause
gold
it
nugget.
probably
Okay.
has the same weight and density as gold. I think that's what they were always going for in this game.
Yeah. Well, 17 is palm size.
I'm guessing this is the size of someone's head, maybe a bit bigger.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, if it fit on a mantle, yeah, I would say.
Pretty good size.
So we definitely could stuff it in an animal, but I think that's not a good idea.
About this big?
Maybe, yeah. Well, I'd think it'd be a little bigger, but
Probably a little bigger. About this big, maybe.
Like a medicine ball.
Is there a bison skull up there?
No.
I don't think there was. Yeah.
Be a perfect. Just show that.
Just
Deer and elk. I mean, maybe.
Just find a table with a tablecloth and stick it underneath. Somewhere where people aren't going to come in and see it. I think that's all we really need to worry about for now.
Zach, are you saying we're going to have a hard time convincing the Reverend to put it inside of a carcass?
Yes.
Is that just something the Reverend's not going along with?
Man, okay. No, he'd probably be fine with it. It's me. It's me, because I know that there's consequences for that kind of shit. Oh, man.
Hey, Travis, how big's that one?
That's
You know?
that 100. That one's
103
100 pounds.
pounds.
It's basically 2x2, so ours would be a little bit, about
A little bit.
2/3 that size.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 feet. Yeah, so
Yeah,
okay.
so
yeah.
that's not that.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's
football.
a pretty good sized rock.
All right.
Okay.
I say we cover it up and stash it in one of these closets or something for now.
Yeah.
I mean, most people think this place is haunted anyway, so I doubt folks are.
And no one's stopping by as long as we don't make a name for ourselves.
And plus, we've got some leverage, depending on how this all plays out. Potentially, if we need to turn it back over or not.
What, JT?
Are you recommending that I remain inconspicuous?
No. I would never say something like that.
I mean, between the dead priest and myself, we're gonna have a tough time not being noticed in town.
I think as long as people don't want to come calling on us, we might be okay.
So we need to regale them with tales of haunting and scratching in the walls and other terribleness.
Or you could keep talking about aliens.
Well, in either case, I think it's about time we done rented this house and get to work making it livable.
Well, I'm wondering too if we keep looking around and find if Reeg had any, I don't know, personal effects, journal, notes, might...
I think I noticed the study. You know, let's take the rock. Let's grab a blanket or something. I don't know. Wrap it up. Let's take it to the study. I think that'll leave it pretty accessible, but not somewhere people are going to walk into. Maybe we can stick it under a desk or something.
There's of course, closets and things. There's that one closet in the in the dining room that you could use.
Oh yeah, the creepy closet.
Yeah, creepy closet.
Good. Yeah.
It looks like there's a couple closets upstairs too. So I think we've got no storage.
We got
places,
options.
But the study, I think we should
check out at least. Yeah.
We should at least investigate the study.
All right. So where are you putting the rock?
I do want to keep looking upstairs, so we could bring it up there and stick it in one of the closets.
All right.
Okay. So you take that upstairs.
Oh, before we do anything else, Reverend walks over to the hatch in the ground and closes it.
You
think we should also fill that hole back in?
Probably. Well, yeah, probably. I'll work on that.
I'll go do it. I'll go down. I'll go down into the cellar and close up.
Follow James's suggestion too, just really quick, and take another shovel full of dirt out of there. Just make sure there's nothing buried underneath. I'm paranoid.
I'll dig around a little bit before I.
Yeah. So you go down and you just kind of get more and more dirt. It's
good.
You start hitting into harder clay where, like it'd be tougher to keep going. So you're confident that you found what was here.
Now this was dead center of the room, or was it off to a corner?
I'd say, like if it's a little bit like you come down the stairs and then it's towards the back wall a little bit.
Okay. So once I get it filled in, I want to move like a bucket of fish or whatever is down there.
Okay.
Over the top of it, just cover that spot.
Yeah.
So that doesn't look obvious to someone that someone's been burying things right there.
Okay. You set that over down, and as you turn around and walk up, you just hear this like as the fish begin to. No, I'm kidding.
Trying to freak Zach out, man.
It's working.
Oh, we're past that.
It's working.
That was a good sound effect.
That is the probably only ever non-inappropriate use of that sound effect, I think.
Incredible.
Bucket of fish.
John's gonna look at the Reverend, because I don't think he's done this yet, but I'm not sure where the creature hit him. But I guess we'll point out, Reverend, you're looking a little rough from being down
Right.
there.
Yeah, I'll be all right. Oh, and I can do this too. Grab the cross and
So I think there's some kind of wound mechanic on, like if you wait for too long. I think.
healing only works if the wound isn't less than an hour old.
Yeah, so I figured at least.
So I will cast healing on myself and remove that wound. See if I can get it. Just barely. Oh, it's a 5. It's not
Yeah,
4.
yep, you would have been good. Yep. So, okay.
Oh, I was shaken that entire time. Is that something significant?
Shaken, I don't think applies to rolls. I think it's
It's basically you can't do anything besides move. But
that's
once
yeah,
that
it's more
one's
of a
over, you
combat.
kinda
Oh,
move.
okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
actually, yeah. So really, the shaken would have kind of went away.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Good
it's
to know.
definitely an in combat type situation.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I think
Alright.
you're doing a fair job of acting shaken during the
Yep.
whole sequence.
Good. Yep.
Absolutely.
It's like the actor controlling the Reverend is
All right. So
frightened quite easily.
you guys taking the nugget upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. So James, as you go, you set that into a closet. As you go up there, you look into the closets, and they're empty, just dust. One of them has some firewood for the various fireplaces around the house, but that is about it. Otherwise,
I'll try to kind of stick it behind firewood just so
Okay.
it's not.
Yeah, hide in there. All right. So you set in there. Roll me a d6, please. Okay. All right, moving on. Downstairs, you guys going into the study?
Yeah.
All right. So you head over to the study.
On the bottom floor, yeah.
All right. So you head in there. There's a window. There's a kind of a larger window there, so you're getting some decent moonlight in there. Open up, and you see a threadbare green and blue chair, upholstered chair. There's a table, oil lamp here. There is some more bookcases here in this room as well. Looks to be potentially some similar books in style for the most part of the bookshelf in the other area. Looks like there's a jar on top of the bookshelf. A glass jar, got a rubber cork on it, and there's some weird colored, like cloudy liquid inside of it, inside the jar.
I'm gonna investigate that. Does it look like it could be alcohol?
No, you see it's pretty cloudy, and if you go and grab that, go ahead and give me a notice check.
How long's it been? Can I spend another PowerPoint to keep the spell?
How long
up,
does
or-
that go?
Again, it's 5. It's 5
Oh,
rounds.
5
It's not very
rounds.
long. Yeah,
I'd say
and
that's
I've
probably
extended-
past then, yeah.
Okay, all right. Shower by myself.
Very
I
nice.
didn't need it anyway.
Very nice. Okay. So as you grab it and you kind of slosh it around a little bit, and as you do, there's a darker object inside. You know, like that got cloudy something and something inside comes to the edge. You know you pick up some of those details, and you see details that look like tiny fingers or toes inside this jar. Almost like of a tiny, humanoid figure or something.
A fetus or something like that.
No, not. I think there's
alien.
enough structure to them that. Well, I guess I would go to healing
I see
or
what we
science.
Science
Probably
for sure.
you. I don't.
What the fuck did I just come back to?
Oh, me not rolling well. That's what you just came back to.
Oh no.
No, I want to know. Damn it! I'm gonna spend another Betty.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
So as you
Critical
are.
failure.
As you're inspecting this thing and you don't know what it is, and you like kind of shake it a little bit, and the thing inside like sloshes up against the glass, and it startles you, and you drop it, and it falls to the ground and shatters at your feet, and it just stinks. It is disgusting. But as the liquid rushes away, you actually see what looks to be around like 1.5 feet tall figure, but just the way they like it's not a fetus or like a like that. It looks like a 1.5 feet tall grown person.
Where are you?
Oh, we're in the study.
In the study.
Oh, good. So I'm there too. Wonderful.
You and I in the study. I think the Reverend's gonna ask for a different exploring partner from now on. Is it moving, standing?
No, it's just it was
just laying there.
lifeless for
So
sure.
it's
Yeah.
like it's proportioned like a adult human,
Yes, but
but it's
Yeah.
18 inches tall. Yep.
Now see this could be alien technology. Absolutely. Can I go weird science on it since my regular science, and try to find out if there's something bizarre about this or no?
Yeah.
aside from it being a shrunken 1.5 feet tall person. Reverend just like on the other side of the room. I'm not getting any closer to that.
So I wanted to mention something that I think I'm going to do, which, I mean, gives it away in this case, but I think I won't always announce and I don't know if this is maybe, something that is sometimes intended to do as martial, but I'm not always going to announce like a penalty to the roll. So I would say like you rolled a success there, like it tells you got a success. But if I have information that, okay, really it was a -4, so just kind of like, I guess keep that in mind, that if you guys roll a success, that there could be a hidden, I think that, because if I say, hey, roll it at a -4, I don't know, I think it just, presents some of that mystery and whatnot a little bit better. So
Is this?
Oh,
Well, can you also can you go into that result and change the target number, Todd?
I could. Oh, like target number? I mean, you could go in there and put like
No, like, so, because like in this case, we're getting the check mark the result as a success, right?
right.
Yeah.
But if
There-
you go,
There is a way to
change the target number.
change.
I guess, Todd, is your intent to kind of roll it like
See, I don't want
guess
-4.
like,
I want a
uh,
mod.
like a stealth roll to where somebody rolls
Where-
it and you say, okay, but you don't know if you've actually been unseen or not. So I guess you roll
Correct.
like, so you may respond and give us some information, but it may not be all the information because you didn't.
Yeah.
Exactly,
succeed
yeah.
as well.
Because if I say like, all right, roll that at a -4, like that it's really tough and there's
Something's
something
up.
to be found. Yeah. So I think that's just my
Yeah.
opinion. I think that if it shows.
I think especially since like this system has a given like the target number we can always generally assume is going to be 4.
Right.
So if there's other modern like because in D&D you don't know the DC of a check generally.
Right. Exactly. Not always. So I think that's kind of in this system. You have to play it that way.
Yeah.
I think it keeps up that mystery a little bit for you guys. So yeah, I meant to kind of say that earlier. So yeah, if there's something like where I think like generally, I'll try and say like that would be at a -2 or et cetera. But I think if it's something that I think is impactful to kind of the situation of the story, with the hold that. But So, yeah, with that, with weird science, I was trying to look up really what weird science gives, but
Okay,
zoom in, this
you can
is too
just read
small.
the description right here.
Oh, is it on there?
Yeah.
Cool. World, Alchemist Arvars. Okay. Yeah, so with really this, not really. There'd probably be some other things that would better for kind of trying to identify
Okay.
this. You would just say that, yeah, with your success in general, that this is definitely very weird, very odd, and you're not sure. You know, there are some things that
Quick,
might be aware of, but
give me something to wrap this in. We're gonna need to preserve this for study later.
anybody that's over with JT and looking at this can give me a notice roll as well. And this will be at a -2.
I'll re-roll my notice. With a -2. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's a 2.
Two
Son of a
fails?
bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yours is still... You didn't have your modifier in there, John, did you?
I tried to.
Okay.
It didn't work.
You can do it after. If you go to the results, you can actually, or go to rolls, you can actually add the target number afterwards.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I went back and did it on my other rolls.
Yeah. Oh, with the plus sign, right? The
Okay.
modifier. There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
So
shame.
you're looking at the figure, and it's tough to tell. It's kind of... You can't really make anything out extra about, you know, what it looks like, you know, certain ethnicity or anything like that. Like it's kind of a little bit been in this preservation bottle for a little while.
Is this isn't like a cult or anything like that. Like this looks like actual human flesh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's not
Yeah, that
Sort
doesn't
of
mean it's...
a cult thing involved. It is shrunken
Yeah.
down to a foot tall.
Yeah, my initial thought was like a voodoo doll or something like that.
No, yeah, this is definitely a figure.
Like
So-
an actual person.
John will go into the pantry area, like in the kitchen, see if he can find like any kind of replacement jar that similar like the one that JT just broke. So we can
Okay.
stick this thing in.
Yeah, so you go check that out, and dust, cobwebs in there. You do find a can of molasses that's actually sealed, and a sack of flour that you actually do notice. So there wasn't rats, but you do see some small little dark sprinkle shapes, ice cream sprinkle toppings within the flour. So you assume there's some mice that had gotten in here.
Oh.
And then you do see you look around, and unfortunately there isn't an extra jar or something in that would help out.
Well, what else is in the study? I missed the description.
So there's essentially just a upholstered chair, table, oil lamp, a bookcase, which is where this bottle was on top of it. On the bookcase, there's some books, a few more books than in the front room.
Okay.
But mostly the same type. So,
Yeah, there's just at initial. If anybody wants to, further
Yeah, I'll
inspect those, they
definitely take a
definitely
look.
can. But
I'll take a look at that. What should I roll? Is that notice again?
notice, yep, -2 on that.
All right. Yeah, it's a 0.
Right. Yeah, you just find the books. Nothing really that you notice.
okay.
For the most part, that definitely covers the study. What's that, John?
Oh, no, okay. So there's nothing else in here. I guess you were saying if there was any kind of lights in here I should have lit. 'Cause it's...
Yeah.
There is an oil lamp in here.
Okay.
I mean, if there's no journal or anything from from
Oh my lord.
Buckles.
I guess John will take his cigar out of his mouth and put it to the oil lamp and try to light it.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to light that one up. Just helps illuminate the room even more. JT and Reverend, just some good stuff with like the nugget and that stuff there. I'll throw in a couple bennies here.
Oh,
Very nice.
huzzah. Well, we still got places in this house to
There's
explore.
three more room. Sorry, 2 more rooms upstairs that you have not yet checked.
Yeah.
That's
I think James should have the
Yeah,
lead on that
I
because he
was
ended up with the
up
nugget.
there.
Yeah.
again.
Yep.
James, would you have come back down after the
No, my plan was to look around when I brought it up.
Okay. So, which room you want to go to then?
I guess
3
number
more
2.
rooms. 3 more rooms there.
No, they already went into the
We
one.
looked at number 1. That's
Yeah.
the one
Yeah.
with all the taxidermy.
Yeah,
Well, you just said 3 more.
I
so,
did. And
that's why I
sorry,
was confused.
yeah,
Yeah.
2 more. So chamber 2 for the map. All right. So the other corner room, as you step into that, you notice is a bedroom. There's a small bed in here, windows overlooking Bridger Street, and you see two single beds in here. There's a small nightstand, and looking around, there is a small closet as well.
I'd like to take a look in the nightstand and the closet just to see if there's any personal effects or
Yeah. So
Sure,
you
whatnot.
give me. You open up the closet and you see a few shirts, night shirts, and then in the drawer you open that up. You see a Bible. Here's something roll around in the drawer as well. You get some light on it. When it casts in the light, you see a single 45 caliber cartridge.
Is there
is it?
could I try to bring that closer to the window and see if there's anything unusual about that bullet?
Yeah. Give me a notice check. Nice. It looks normal.
Okay.
Fine.
Alright, well I guess I'll head on over to the last room.
Okay. So kind of looking that over, I'd say as you're heading into this other room, the rest of you guys are probably getting a little bit closer to your timelines. So if anyone's coming up, but James, you would have over to the front room, and this is the one that it would be at the front of the house, over top of the parlor. Definitely it's a larger bedroom. You open up the door there, and there is a 4-post bed in the room, and there's actually a veranda, kind of like an upper balcony that opens out to above at the front of the house.
Oh, that's on top of the bay window, huh?
Yes, yep. Top of the bay
Okay.
window would open up there. There is a fireplace in this room. There is some wood and tools stacked beside that as well. There is a closet. The door is mostly pulled closed there as well.
Okay. What's a veranda again? Is that like a
Just like a
Oh,
where it has
balcony.
the
balcony.
mirror? Oh no. Okay. I was thinking something else. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll start with the closet.
Okay. So heading over to the closet, opening that up, and it's dusty and dingy and whatnot, but you see a couple sets of mining garb and whatnot, and it's actually most of it's pretty clean and looks new.
Doesn't seem like Mr. Reed got too much use out of these. Well, if there's nothing much in there.
The letter from Mally say anything about that?
It said that his cover was a miner.
Okay, yeah.
But I would assume that he didn't spend a whole lot of time actually mining.
Okay.
And I guess I'd like to take a look under the bed, maybe, see if I can look under the mattress. Anything hidden under there?
Give me a notice check. All right. So generally looking under the bed and whatnot, you don't really see anything that stands out. This is to really inspect things in here, it's pretty tough.
Right.
I'm thinking about not giving you guys the modifier now, because then that doesn't give you an opportunity to utilize bennies. Because if I don't tell you that this is whatever, you might not say, oh wait, maybe I want to keep trying on the. Because this is looking around the room, this is I guess I won't say anything right now.
Okay. Well, I'll start to head back out and
I think you said too, their timeline started to match up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I guess, John would have come upstairs to see what James was up to, but I guess come in to see what he might have found in the bedroom area here.
Yeah, I'll go up too, just to see the upstairs. Take a peek in the first room and then immediately close the door.
Would have been so well hidden in there.
Say, you find anything in any of these rooms, James, belonging to Rig?
Well, I think I found some of his clothes, and in the other little bedroom there, I found a Bible and a single 45 bullet. I don't know if.
Let me take a look at the Bible. Did he mark any passages or anything like that?
I didn't think to look, honestly.
Well, young man, and by young man I mean you're, I believe, older than me. You should always open your Bible.
Reverend, quick thumb through that. You don't really notice anything. It feels very, Bible in the
hotel room.
At the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Untouched.
Yeah.
Totally untouched.
Yep. Other than by the kids that look at it, put it back, and that.
Doesn't seem like there's too much more unusual in this house, so it may be good to pick it over more thoroughly come daylight, but
now there's 2 beds in room 2 and 1 4-poster bed in room 3. Was there a bed in room 1?
No, 1 was where all the taxidermy animals.
Well, Mr. Cooper, I think you're in luck. We are a bed short, unless one of us is sleeping in the parlor.
I can sleep in the parlor. It doesn't matter too much to you 3.
The rest of you guys, if you want to give notice checks while you're in here, you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do one for the main room because that's the room I think JT's gonna.
God, I got 2 bennies and it's almost the end of the session. I'm gonna reroll. Well, there you go.
Right. So, John, you failed. Revan with a raise. JT. Okay, so with that raise is what you needed with a -4 here. You needed to notice that there's actually kind of in the corner of the room, you see a floor. Looks like a floorboard that just looks a little bit out of place.
I'll kind of go press on it. Does it shift a little bit?
Yes.
All right, I'll try to pull it up.
Okay.
I remember the last time you went rooting around on the floor.
Yeah, don't remind me. I haven't forgotten.
So you pop up the floorboard, and underneath you see it's kind of in the layers between the floors there, of course, but you see a small, it looks like a child's shoe. It's shriveled, worn out, sitting on a piece of canvas.
Hi.
Why? Put it on a piece of canvas. See what the canvas is about.
I'm picking it up. I'll pull it out of the.
So everyone that sees that, give me common knowledge rolls, please.
Oh Lord.
I love the disconnect between the player and the character.
Like, I'm trying really hard, but this shit freaks me out. Have you seen the video of when they send Travis Willingham through the haunted house?
Yes.
That's my reaction to all this shit. Like, I get giggly because the alternative is
JT with a raise, John with a success, James with a raise, and Reverend. So all of you guys, especially those with raises right away, as you pull that out, your characters would know that, oh, this is just something that people did as an old custom to bring the house good luck.
Oh, okay.
So it's definitely, there's nothing that feels off about that.
The shoe part of the canvas part?
The shoe, yeah.
So what's the canvas say then?
So, grabbing, after you pull the shoe away and then grab the canvas and move that, you do see some items. You find a folded up black, you see black cloth folded up. As you pull it out, it's a tailored suit, black suit, and on it you actually see a shiny badge, agency badge, has number 682 on it. And as you pull that out, you hear a little bit of a jingle, and something falls out from the folds of the suit onto the floor of the little space you're looking at, and you find an odd-looking barrel-shaped key.
Anyone reckon what this is?
I wonder if it's the key to the cage that Nugget was in.
Or perhaps the key to Miller's heart.
Well, barrel-shaped key. Does it look? Is it any sort of standard design? Does it look familiar at all?
Not really. Yeah, I would say even if you do a quick check, even to the door, it doesn't. It's not similar to the key that you would have gotten from Nolly for the house, and so, you know, the doors around the bedroom doors and things are definitely a bit different as well. So it seems pretty unique.
Does this look like the kind of key that you would use in a jail cell, perhaps?
No, not necessarily.
Does it seem well made?
The key?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's aged in you know, in that sense, but it's still a solid, definitely a solid key.
Wait. Like a handcuff key? Barrel-shaped handcuff key? Or is it smaller? Too big?
I would say larger. So kind of like I'm envisioning like skeleton key, barrel key.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agency badge.
But I would say I would think it's bigger than what would fit into handcuffs.
Anything else in there?
Nope, that's it. That's what you find.
A black suit with an agency badge and a barrel-shaped key.
Yes.
What if the key does match the aforementioned cage? We have evidence that he had it and evidence that he had access to it. Hidden away. Not looking good for Agent Reeg.
No, it's not.
Like y'all mentioned, may have had a reason for doing so if led to believe they'd be using it for some nefarious purpose.
That's a pretty wild guess, though, to make, too, that there's plenty of locks that need keys.
Yeah, I agree.
Plus, if this was the key to that particular cage, why keep it after the fact?
True.
And
well, maybe he has a
something's bothering
hidden
me.
chest around here.
If he had stolen the Headstone Nugget Why not write to the agency about it? Why not send a telegram?
Well, yeah. I mean, it also doesn't make a lick of sense to me that you'd bury the rock in the old house you're staying in, let it drive you.
I mean,
drive
of
you
course,
mad.
he would have had to know. I mean, JT, how common are these properties of ghost rock?
The legends and rumors are everywhere. Everyone has an opinion on ghost rock, and we all see its machinations and technology here and there.
Now, so he would have at least known it could have been making him see things. So if he knew about it, he wouldn't have just assumed someone was messing with him. He would have assumed it was the rock. What
A very terrible thought just occurred to me, Reverend. What if the people that got rid of him thought storing it here was a good way to keep the scent off of them and keep it from being discovered?
What if it was planted on him? Or what if it was put there to scare him off? What if he was on to something? And what if he was on to someone on the trail of the disappearances, and someone planted it in his home to scare him away?
Seems like a mighty valuable thing to put in someone else's home. But...
Well, right, but I mean, JT, you said yourself you've got a pound of ghost rock in the cart, and we're not seeing apparitions and things while we're around the cart. It'd have to be a pretty big ghost rock to know that it was gonna make this place seem haunted. But you're right, it is a pretty valuable.
I guess when we do go to tell JD we're gonna rent, maybe we can see how long he'd been staying in this particular residence.
Sure.
Yeah.
That may help us put a better timeline together.
And probably for now too. Obviously, let's keep the fact that we found the ghost rock to ourselves, and might as well keep up the charade of we see strange things in the house, if and we actually don't see strange things, just to keep prying eyes away.
Right. But if the previous tenant of the house didn't have these problems, that means that someone planted it here while he was living here, or he was the one that stole it.
Oh,
Well, the
agreed.
kids say it had been haunted since he disappeared. If I remember
And
that
Todd,
right.
the scratching went completely away. Right.
It seems, yeah. Yep. Seems that everything is very much calmed down. Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't have much more to go on. Not until we find Agent Reeg.
Or
So do we
the-
keep it?
Go ahead.
Do we keep the badge and the key with us, or do you put them back where we found them?
Well,
I want to keep at least the key on us.
yeah, I don't intend to play dress up as a agent, so we'll probably put the suit and badge back in for now.
Yeah, if there's nothing in the pockets or anything like that, like, we'll just put it back. But I think the key we want to keep just in case we run into a lock that it looks like we want to test it.
Although badge might come in handy.
Yeah, but
John changed his mind and says we can put the suit back, but we'll hold on to this just in case.
And that's not a marshal badge or anything like that. That's the
like
agency.
Pinkerton agency badge thing or whatever those guys are.
Are they akin to the Pinkertons? Something like that?
I think when I read they were the Pinkertons, then they became like the Secret Service, like U.S.
Okay.
agents.
Okay. I was thinking something more like the CIA or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just GTA in my
The
brain.
I mean, that's the equivalence, I guess, of the Secret Service or CIA.
The CIA is not formed until after.
Yeah, it says,
well, yeah.
Agency became the Union's elite secret investigations arm with jurisdiction in all 37 states. So yeah.
Okay.
It's just like Wild Wild West. They work for the Secret Service there, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I suppose keep it on you.
Yeah. I'm not saying we're going to use it much or even need to, but just in case we need to, I don't know, pretend that we've got some jurisdiction.
Yeah, it might open some doors. And the key might literally open a door. So let's keep both on us. I put the key in my inventory, so I'll keep it on me.
All right. I'll mark the badge down.
Grown pretty late in the evening here. What's you guys staying here for the night?
Oh, do we need to go check in with Jay?
We can pay him in the morning. Mr. Cooper, are you still planning on heading for the hotel?
Well, ever since you pulled that hunk of rock out of the ground, things seem to be a little bit more hospitable. I think grab some shut-eye here, but I'll keep the old Colt nearby just in case.
Y'all can have the rooms. I'll bed downstairs.
You
JT reclines onto the four-poster bed and says, "That's a good idea."
Yeah.
You gonna tie yourself up again there, Reverend, just in case?
That's the plan.
All right, you'll be sure to knock before you come on in. If it's really you, you'll forgive me if you come through that door and I fire first before I say hello.
You better be aiming right here.
Always do.
All right. Gentlemen.
Guess we could lock you down in the cellar and just put something heavy on top of it.
Now, let's be reasonable.
That seems like a really good idea, actually. We just put the bookcase over top of the cellar door so you can't get out. We'll let you out in the morning.
I don't much care for that.
All right, well.
I think we give the Reverend the benefit of the doubt for now.
All right, well, it's just always an option in case things happen.
On the flip side, the cellar is going to give us an opportunity to carry a lot of raw meat in the cellar.
That is true.
After we clean it out, that fish does not smell good.
Oh, you go get raw fish. Go eat that. Get a pound of raw fish.
Go
Oh.
Yeah. Does it can you get sick from that?
Nope, I can't. That's exactly the kind of food that I need.
Looks like we got Reverend Chow.
Gonna come down.
Talking about the fish in the bucket downstairs.
He's just gonna be huddled over it like.
Do this sound again.
Give me that Gollum in Lord of the Rings. Eating these raw fish.
We like it raw and wriggling.
Reverend, all right, JT, you're in the main bedroom. Coopers are bunking up together in the other room, and then Reverend, you're going down to the parlor.
Yep, I'll lock the front door.
Okay. All right.
And the back door. I noticed that there was a back door when we were in the kitchen. I'll make sure that's locked too.
It is. The doors seems very sturdy. The back door. It was locked, so you're good there.
And Reverend, if you hear that rocker moving off the parlor on the porch in the middle of the night, just remember it's probably the wind.
Why would you say that?
So you you guys bed down for the evening as you've explored the house, knowing that the ominous and eerie feelings have subsided, and you feel as calm as you can about that after some of the stuff you did see in your investigation, knowing that this investigation overall is just beginning, that there's plenty that you're going to get to. Everyone upstairs, in the middle of the night, a few hours in, you are visited by horrendous nightmares. Just night terrors. Just something that overcomes you, probably waking each other up, especially the Coopers next to each other and whatnot. And if the night terrors don't snap you out of it, down in the parlor, Reverend,
shit.
Give me a athletics roll, please.
Oh, shit. Does it matter? Is this after we've already fallen asleep?
Once you've kind of laid down, why?
Yeah, well, because I'm handcuffed to something.
That is true, actually. So, if you can't really react, it doesn't matter, and...
Oh, shit. I thought we fixed this.
What'd I say, athletics?
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on, where's my wild die?
Well, you don't need it, because that will certainly do it.
Yeah, that is true. So if you upstairs, if the night terrors do not wake you, the crashing sound of a piano being smashed by all chords at once and loud thuds going through the room. Reverend, can you be shook awake? I forget.
Let me look. I think so. Actually, maybe not. Resources and links, Deadlands.
I actually have the heavy sleeper penalty, which gives me a -4 to notice rolls to wake up.
All right, you might not wake up then.
So should I roll a notice to see?
You can, yeah. The other two, you guys can roll notice as well.
Yeah, Okay, no, the Manitou maintains some awareness of its surroundings, so a Harrowed is just as likely to wake up as other folks if trouble rears its head. So
all right, well,
it can be woken up.
The piano inside the parlor has come over and latched onto you. Has essentially come alive and latched onto you. Those of you upstairs, JT and John, you guys definitely, I mean, this, it sounds like somebody took a piano and was like, banging it up and down. So just that loud, heavy sound of all that going on and the thud. And you wake up wondering what the hell is going on. Reverend, you wake up to this piano with like in the teeth. It's kind of somehow able to if you got an arm, like what did you tie yourself to? Right, the table?
What's down there again in that room?
There's a card table, 3 chairs, and then the piano. So
I think probably the piano then, because nothing else is heavy enough.
That seems appropriate, yeah. So you've got your arms tied to that, and it just like sees that fresh snag, and it lurches down on you and bites down. The rest of you guys upstairs hear that, waking up maybe in sweats from your night terrors as well, as there's something that's come across you. James, what did you roll? I mean, you are just fast asleep right now.
If this was a D&D game, I would have been worried it was a mimic. I didn't think for a second.
And that's actually where we'll finish up tonight.
Do I take any damage from it chomping on me?
We'll come back and figure that out. And I'm so disappointed that I was not able to get this animated GIF to work in Foundry. It doesn't work, but that is I found the piano from Mario. So perfect.
Nice.
But I found a GIF and it moves, but it Foundry
work
doesn't
in
like
Foundry.
GIFs. So,
Oh man.
but anyway. All right, we still a little bit earlier when Revenue said you're going in the parlor. I was like, all right, you'll get to use the piano.
Damn it. I thought we were clear.
Alrighty, yeah, perfect stopping point, guys. So yeah, we'll pick up next time. How's everyone
Alright.
feel about doing a weekly, or do you want to do a bi-weekly? What's everyone's thought?
I had another game rescheduled to the other Thursday,
Okay.
so I need to stick with
That's fine.
bi-weekly.
That's fine. I don't mind it. So good to have that break anyway. So cool. Well, then we'll be back in 2 weeks, and we'll go from here. See how this shakes out. So
I'm gonna go shoot some pianos.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
all right,
Yeah,
guys.
thank
Good
you.
session. See you next time.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.